Does this season not feel familiar to you? Like, you haven't already seen this gameplay loop in Fortnite multiple times already? What if I told you that the season that we Fortnite players are basically playing right now is the same Fortnite season we've played 5 times? Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2 continues Fortnite's trend of the tried and true heist or spy or even criminal theming once again. Hey everyone, name's Litzy, your favorite yappin' yapper. How many times am I gonna have to say sorry for my absence because it's starting to get ridiculous? I'll talk about it more at the end of the video, but until then, make sure to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell to know whenever I first upload or stream, and let's get straight into it. Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2 Lawless is exactly what the name implies. A crime syndicate takes over the Fortnite island and starts causing havoc. With the introduction of this crime syndicate comes with it an entirely new biome, new POIs, banks all around the island you're able to rob, bosses to kill, and black markets to plunge for high-tier loot. The POIs this season are admittedly really good. Crime City is a small yet compact city POI. Fights there are typically a lot of fun. Then you go over to Outlaw Oasis, which, I'm not gonna lie, I hardly land there. I think it's cool that there's a secret vault there accessible by turning statues, but other than that, this POI doesn't really have much interesting gunfights or loot. Shiny Shafts, freaking sweet name aside, is kind of just a different take on Shifty Shafts, where instead of the POI being built on top of the underground section, it's built into the nearby mountain. Again, it has cool secret vaults accessible by turning 3 valves in a short amount of time, but unless you're outside, the gunfights in the mountain can be really annoying because of how claustrophobic it can become when you're in there. Then you got the last POI. You got Lone Wolf Lair. Pretty visuals aside, this is just Lavish Lair from Chapter 5 Season 1 again. Massive mansion with a vault underground you're able to rob. We've already seen this before. As for the black markets, one of the few original ideas for this season, whenever you rob any of the vaults that are around the island and acquire the season's gimmick item, the dill bits, you could take that currency to the black market for really high tier loot. Before I get into that though, I gotta say, these black markets were a lot of fun at the start of the season, but the glaring flaws to having a place like that quickly start to become evident as the season continues. Places with such high tier loot right at the start of the game like that could lead to a large chunk of the 100-player lobbies landing there off spawn, trying to fight for the extremely powerful weapons in these extremely tight underground sections, just so they can get their free dill bit from a special chest and get a really good item off spawn. It should be obvious why this is a massive issue because of these POIs. About a good quarter of these lobbies are taken out immediately before the first circle even has time to form. As for the weapons this season, they range from fun to borderline reskins of stuff we've had in the past. The Collateral Damage AR is a fun AR SMG hybrid, but basically impossible to use from a long range due to it being a third-person gun with high amounts of recoil and spread. The Scoped Burst AR makes a return, in the same loot pool as the fully automatic Hollow Sight AR, in the same loot pool as the Scoped Twin Mag AR, 3 Scoped ARs in the same loot pool with basically 2 of them being identical, which makes the one and only non-first person AR in this season almost entirely useless compared to the other 2. Then you got stuff like the Outlaw Shotgun, which, let's just be honest here, is a reskin of the double barrel shotgun with basically nothing different about it. You got the Pump and Dump Shotgun SMG dual wielding weapon, which, I'm not gonna lie, is actually really fun once you learn it, and is one of the more original things about this season. Then you got the Pulse Laser item, which can be used as a fun SMG replacement, but isn't all that good from medium range onwards. You got Thermite, which is this season's bomb, which is completely useless outside of opening vaults because it is an extremely weak bomb if you're ever trying to use it against opponents. The Kneecapper Bat melee item is really annoying when you're on the receiving end of a fight with somebody who has it, especially if you're on top of high ground where one swing of their bat is able to send you to your death if you don't have anything to save your fall. Then you got that weird scanning item that you just throw down the moment that you get one and never think of it again, so it just starts scanning the area every once in a while, but you always forget about it. Then you got a different take on the rocket ram with the rocket drill. It's not exactly original, but it is a fun twist since it doesn't need charging to be able to use, and it's good at opening vaults in comparison to the rocket ram. The mammoth pistol makes a return this season, which is a blast as always. And then you got the inclusion of basically every single item from Chapter 4 Season 4, with the Twin Mag AR, Scoped Burst SMG, Infiltrator Shotgun, Business Turret, Rocket Ram, EMP Bombs, and even the Snicky Grenade Launcher. As for the exotics, they're all unique, but also kind of just a continuation of Chapter 4 Season 1's Heisted event. They're exotics that are all really strong and have some sort of special effect, such as a shockwave rocket launcher or an AR that shoots faster the longer you fire it, and other stuff like a sniper that marks the surrounding area wherever your bullet lands. There are obviously a lot more, and while these exotics are extremely fun and unique, they're also kind of the main reason why black markets get as badly as contested as they do. I'm obviously not including everything here. Stuff like the Mortal Kombat weapons and POIs come to mind. But the reason I explained all the stuff that I have explained is because it both helps me review the season, but it also contributes to my overall point. This season is fun, sure, but it is almost entirely unoriginal. In fact, this season is almost one-to-one with Chapter 4 Season 4. It shares a similar theming, battle pass, villain, gimmicks, and even the most egregious fact is that they practically share the exact same loot pool. Even the weapons down to a T, because they're just putting Chapter 4 Season 4 weapons into this season. Fortnite doesn't have to stop themes like this. The whole get in and get out POIs, mythic weapons, and bosses. But at some point, we have basically played the same season multiple times in a row, with only slight adjustments to multiple of them. Obviously, the most insane example is how Chapter 6 Season 2 is basically a one-to-one copy of Chapter 4 Season 4, but this season is also taken a lot from Chapter 2 Season 2, Chapter 5 Season 1, and Remix. By the time the season's over, we have basically played the same season 5 times over. Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2 started the trend of this gameplay style. Mythic bosses and vaults with high tier loot. Then Chapter 5 Season 1, even though people don't realize it, has the same gimmick as Chapter 2 Season 2, just with a different theming. Break into vaults by getting the mythic medallions from the mythic bosses and then get out. Then you got Remix, which was literally Chapter 2 Season 2 again, instead randomly including rappers. Then you got this season, a one-to-one copy of Chapter 4 Season 4, which itself is a copy of Chapter 2 Season 2. It's a vicious cycle. There's obviously a reason to why they do this. People loved Chapter 2 Season 2 enough to where our OG season of 2024 was literally just that season again with very minor changes. But this seriously cannot be a thing that just keeps happening over at Epic Games. It seems almost like Epic is slowly running out of ideas and original stuff to do with the game, so they start to rely on collabs, OG Fortnite reuse, and then today's topic on just continuing to recycle the same past seasons again and again and again! Fortnite desperately needs to figure out some more new original ideas for this game because frankly, we haven't seen a wholly original season idea in this game since Fortnite Wrecked. Fortnite Absolute Dune, another Marvel season. Fortnite Remix, literally Chapter 2 Season 2. Fortnite Hunters, a lot more original than these other examples, but still pulls a lot from Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2. Fortnite Lawless, literally just Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 4 again. Then you got next season that is confirmed to be a month-long Star Wars season, which will need its own video because holy moly do I have a lot to say about that. In conclusion, Epic Games needs to do better and give us a lot more original content. I'm hoping that the 4th and 5th seasons to come out of this chapter after the Star Wars season will be that. But until then, we got seasons that are copy and pasted versions of older seasons with new additions sprinkled throughout, but are ultimately still the same seasons. Do better, Epic. Do better. Thank you all for making it to the end of today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy it, and leave your comments down below about your thoughts on the season and the video. I will be responding to a lot of you, so make sure to keep it civil. And as for my absence from video creations, it's just been a really long month. Finding motivation to make these videos is one thing, and it's another thing entirely when you're struggling to find a topic to even speak on about. But I already know what I'm going to be talking about next, so make sure to stay tuned. See y'all next season. Stay lit, and I'll see you later. Good night.